Let's get into it with a little bad beats, bad bets, and bad for the books. Start with some bad beats. And I want to put this at the top. This might be the worst beat of the weekend in one sense for a conference, for the Pac 12 conference. Only in the Pac 12 does the phantom flag on the last play of the game go against the only live team left for the college football playoffs. Of course, if you watch Stanford, Oregon, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Ducks have the game won, off the clock, ball game's over. Oops, there's the flag. Oops, Stanford gets the untimed down. Oops, Stanford ends up scoring the touchdown and winning in overtime. And for a conference to see that flag on that play, yeah, that's the Pac 12 for you. That's why you can't get their network on DirecTV. Another bad beat for Saturday. And this was rough, man. Oklahoma minus 12. They're up 17, and Kansas State scores with under 5 to play. Cuts it to 10, but they go for the onside with that much time left, which means that if Oklahoma recovers, which they do, they're going to burn the clock, get a couple of first downs, and probably kick a field goal, which they did. And now they're up 13, and there's no time left, except for that. Kansas State gets a kick return touchdown and only loses by 6. Brutal for Boomer Sooner backers. How about the NFL yesterday? This is the worst one of the weekend, I think. You got Atlanta +2, all right, the Falcons. They give up a kick return touchdown. You miss a 2-point conversion, and you're still up 8 with less than 4 minutes to play. And then there's a touchdown. Washington misses the 2-point conversion. You're still up 2. You're going to win the game when Washington hits the game-winning field goal. First Atlanta can't burn clock. And then Washington marching down the field for the field goal to win. 3rd and 6, under pressure, dicey dump-off pass, missed tackle. Next thing you know, it's a touchdown. Washington wins by 4. Ouch. If you had Atlanta plus the points, right side, wrong result. Couple of totals worth noting. Giants Saints under 43. You got 31 with under 7 to play in the fourth quarter. Big plays. Barkley TD, 2-point conversion, game time field goal in the closing minute, and then the touchdown in overtime. 27-21 game goes over. The under was probably the right side. Same thing with the Jets Titans. Titans punching that last touchdown to tie. The last touchdown to tie equals over, not under. And they lost anyway. Yeah, the under. You're like, why not lose in regulation? The Rams shut down the entire second half, no points. And then they got the ball back with 3.5 to play from their own 25. Suddenly, boom, 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 touchdown. Under 54.5, no good in that game. When it comes to bad bets, start on Saturday. The top 3 public dogs in college football on Saturday. Notre Dame plus against Cincy, lost. That was a bad bet. Arkansas plus against Georgia, lost. That was a bad bet. Ole Miss against Alabama plus the points, that was a bad bet. The public dogs did not cash on Saturday. The wise guys got lots wrong too. Vandy got bet up against UConn. They lost outright against the Huskies at home. And wise guys loved them some Wisconsin. Wisconsin was bet up to -2. They were dogs at the open. And Michigan blew them out. In the NFL, bad bets. All that Lions money, wrong. Bears win that one wire to wire. Panthers and under took money. Cowboys and over got the money. That was wrong. Sharp money all over Denver on game day. Bridgewater got crushed in that game. The Broncos scored the first touchdown, and then Baltimore pretty much dominated the rest of the way. The Denver money was wrong. That was a bad bet. And all that Tampa Bay money last night. Did they forget Belichick was the Patriots coach? Bucks. Certainly not a right side. And certainly not a right result for anyone that had him. And of course, home field advantage, guys. You want to talk bad bets? Home teams 5-9 straight up, 6-8 against the spread. The Pats covered the number, didn't win. That home field advantage in the NFL seems to be worth less every year. Bad for the books. I mean, look, the books had a good day on Saturday. Not much to complain about. I was looking for little stuff. You know, Arizona State beat UCLA. The Sun Devils were a wise guy special. That wasn't good for the house. Tennessee beat Missouri. The game flew over. Those were 2 more wise guy specials. New Mexico State hung at San Jose State. The Spartans quarterback was out, and the markets didn't know it until game day. But we're not talking about any of the biggest bet games on Saturday here. Books had a good day on Saturday. We had a pretty good day on Sunday as well. Pros were on the Bills. Joes were on the Bills. Bills bet up from 16.5 to 19, 40-0 final. That was bad for the house. The pros are on the Jets large due to all the Titans injuries. All that being said, Joes were on, on Tennessee in that game, so it wasn't a huge loss for the house. The Packers-Steelers game was a pros-Joes game. The Joes bet more on the Packers, so that wasn't a good result for the books. And then Arizona beating L.A., you know, the pros and the Joes were both on the Cardinals, so that was a bad game for the house. But overall, and I think we'll get this confirmed when we talk to Dave Sherapan tomorrow and Arthur DeCesar on Wednesday, it was a pretty good week for the books here in Las Vegas. There you have it. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books.